Hello, my name is Jennifer Hancock. I am the author of The Bully Vaccine, and I am also the founder of Humanist Learning Systems. And I want to invite you to my course, Ending Harassment and Retaliation in the Workplace, a behavioral approach. And I do take a behavioral approach. Most people approach the subject of harassment legally. They say it's against the law, don't do that, and if it's happening to you, report it. What I teach you is what's happening behaviorally and how to control it using behavioral conditioning techniques known as operant conditioning. Right? Most people haven't been taught this before, and they're surprised that no one has taught it to them before because it's kind of central to getting harassment to stop. Why should you take this course? Well, this course is going to help you stand up to bullies, because let's face it, bullies don't just happen in school. They follow us into the workplace, and almost every one of us has dealt at some point with a toxic coworker. So this course is going to teach you what's going on and how to stand up to them, what that actually looks like behaviorally, and what works behaviorally to get it to stop. Now, this knowledge is also going to help you not be deterred by the retaliation dynamic, because what happens when you stand up to a bully? They retaliate. You report on a bully, they retaliate. Retaliation is predicted by the behavioral model. I'm going to teach you how not to be afraid of that and what to do when it happens. Not if it happens, when it happens, so that you're not deterred by it and that you actually get this behavior to stop. The third thing it's going to help you with is it's going to improve your interpersonal interactions. What I teach, because it's based in behavioral science, is going to help you understand not just how this applies to bullying, but also how to use this information to help control negative dynamics that might creep up in your other relationships. And yeah, let's be honest, they creep up. So this is going to help you help those situations as well. Now, the way this course is taught, it's taught through video lessons, so very similar to this. And you're also going to get a transcript of my lecture notes, so if you prefer to read, you can read. You're also going to get resources for additional learning. Now, if you take the course through my website, humanistlearning.com, because there's a few ways you can take the course, but if you take it through me, you're going to have access to me to answer your questions, and I'm sure you have some. You're also going to get a complimentary copy of my book called The Bully Vaccine, but only if you register through my website, Humanist Learning Systems. And the reason I provide that book is because I know, yeah, you might be dealing with harassment in the workplace, but if you have a kid, there's a good chance they're dealing with bullying in school. And so this book is going to help you take what I teach you in this course and teach it to your kids, so that you can help them with their situations, whatever those situations might be as well. It's also going to help you understand more deeply what it is I teach in this course, because this is a 1-hour program, and you know, it's a pretty high-level overview of the technique. The book goes into more detail, okay? Who should take this course? Well, obviously, anybody who's being harassed in the workplace should take it, because you can't get it to stop unless you know what works to get it to stop, and having some training on what works to actually get it to stop, not just report it and hope it goes away, but step by step what needs to happen, and more importantly, why it needs to happen in this particular way to make it work. All right, again, I go into the science on this and what science tells us about what's happening and what works behaviorally. We have like 7 decades of research on how to extinguish unwanted behaviors, how to get behaviors to stop. Let's learn that and apply it to our problem of bullying. Other people who should take this course are human resources professionals, specifically people working in employee relations or diversity. People who have to deal with complaints of harassment need to know how to help people who are dealing with harassment, because if you do this wrong or you give them bad information, it's going to make their situation worse, not better. And how many of us have been in that situation? Yeah, pretty much everybody. Managers and leaders. If you are a manager or a leader, you need to know this information, because again, how you help people with this is going to dictate whether the situation gets worse and out of control or better. So you need to know this. Executive coaches, people who are helping people learn how to deal with difficult situations, are going to benefit from knowing this, as well as mental health professionals. Again, this is based on operant conditioning. It is based on behavioral psychology. So if you're a mental health professional, you know, I think you kind of probably remember learning this in college, but never really applied it. I'm going to help you understand how what you learned in college applies, and you have practice with this. It's related to stuff you're already doing, but I kind of explain it because I have a background in behavior. I can help explain that a little bit better. Now, if you're taking this for continuing education courses, I have good news for you. I provide certificates of completion. I am an approved provider for Human Resources Certification Institute, HRCI. I'm also an approved provider for SHRM. And I also provide general certificates of completion. So if you're looking to get continuing education credits for this, you will get, if you're on my website, you will get a certificate of completion that you can use to claim your certification credit. So take the course. How do you register? I'm glad you asked. You can register at my website. I've got the links below. At humanistlearning.com. And again, if you register there, you're going to get access to me. You're going to get a copy of my book, and it's all going to be good, and you're going to get a certificate of completion. But if you don't need all of that, then you can watch it maybe online, streamed through Amazon Video. It's free for Prime members, yay. You can also get a DVD if that makes it easier for you, you feel more comfortable with that. And I also have the course up, or I will have the course up, at Udemy. So if you're a member there, you can see it there, all right? Register. See you online.